Thank you all for being here today. It means so much to me to see so many of you here, because almost 2 years ago, I launched my campaign for governor. You remember Marshall Kilgore, you were there, right here in West Michigan, alongside a lot of folks who are here today. This community means a lot to me. You know that, Congresswoman. Its leaders mean a lot to me. And as I've traveled up and down West Michigan, throughout every county in this state as a candidate for governor, I have seen firsthand how much West Michigan, Kent County, and Grand Rapids contribute to our economy and to our democracy. So, when it came time to choose a running mate in this campaign, I thought a lot about how much I wanted someone who knows what it means to show up, roll up your sleeves, and get things done. Someone who knows through experience, having grown up on a dairy farm, the needs of farmers and small business owners that are under the weight of national economic policies that are driving up costs and making it impossible to pay the bills. Someone who has seen how important it is that state government works well, saving people time, saving people money, and making everyone's lives easier. Someone who is committed, as I am, to public education. As a mom, yes, public education. As a mom, as an educator, as the wife of a teacher who shows up every day here in Grand Rapids to prepare our young people for the jobs of tomorrow, and to be clear, I have big, ambitious goals for our state. Affordable, accessible health care for all. A public education system that is among the best in the nation. A robust economy where our wages are rising and real wealth is being created in every community in this state. And my friends, to get this done, I need a governing partner who has a track record for getting things done. Someone who has helped deliver the largest working families tax credit in Michigan history. Someone who has worked to enshrine reproductive freedom in our state constitution. Someone who knows how important it is to stand with organized labor and the working men and women of this state. And someone who will always stand with me to ensure we invest in our public schools and make sure our kids and our educators are supported and respected. My friends, the choice facing Michigan voters this fall is going to be, who do your leaders work for? And I wanted a running mate who will ensure, along with me, that we work for the people. Someone who will challenge me, who will ensure that I look at things from every perspective. Someone who will help me center our decisions around the needs of the people in every corner of this state. And someone who will help me ensure that everyone has a seat at the table and that every voice is heard. Someone who could tell me when we can do better. Someone who's unafraid to push back, and someone who will join me in proudly standing up to anyone, no matter how wealthy or powerful, when Michigan families need a fighter in their corner. And so, my friends, I am here in Grand Rapids today because I found that person. I found a person whose leadership I've seen up close and who has spent years fighting for West Michigan. Someone who grew up on a farm and learned early that when something needs to get done, you don't wait around for someone else to do it. You roll up your sleeves and get to work. I know when the people of Michigan need her, she will get to work and deliver results for all of us. And together with all of you, she and I will make Michigan history. So Grand Rapids, I think you already know. I see some new placards around here. I think we might know who I'm talking about. And so now I want to bring out one of the most effective legislative leaders in Michigan, a woman from Michigan. West Michigan specifically, who is a tireless advocate for this part of the state and every other corner, someone who I've known for more than a decade and who I am incredibly proud to call my friend, and someone who, this fall, with your help, we will elect to serve as the next lieutenant governor for the state of Michigan. My friends, please join me in welcoming Senate Majority Leader Winnie Brinks to be the next lieutenant governor of Michigan.
That's my neighbor right there. That's good. That's good. I thought I'd see some friends here today. Hello, Grand Rapids. I am so honored and so excited to be standing here today as your Senate Majority Leader, as Jocelyn's running mate, and your next Lieutenant Governor. Let's give it up one more time for the next governor of Michigan, Jocelyn Benson. So I know that everybody here already knows a little bit about me, but please give me a moment to allow me to reintroduce myself. I should just start that whole sentence over again. I know everyone already knows me, but please allow me to reintroduce myself. I grew up on a dairy farm, the daughter of Dutch immigrants. After my father passed away when I was 6 years old, my mother kept the farm running while raising me and my 4 siblings on her own. And she came to this country after World War II, and she was among the most patriotic people I know, as evidenced by this massive flag pin she used to wear. It's vintage, and she gave it to me, so I wear this for her today. She was just, thank you. My mom deserves that. She's a strong woman, and she was never afraid of hard work. She taught me determination. Those are the same qualities that I see in the people of this state, people who work hard. They look out for their neighbors and never give up on the communities they call home. And you know, I never planned to run for office. I was happy with my nonprofit work and life with my husband. I know he's here somewhere. There he is. And my children, of course, my 3 brilliant daughters. But Steve is a middle school Spanish teacher, so he just got here. He was getting the classroom ready right before this, so shout out to all those teachers. But 14 years ago, when Democrats needed to field a last-minute candidate for my state representative seat, many of my neighbors urged me to run as a write-in candidate. And while I could think of a million reasons not to run, I knew that if I wanted to see things change, I couldn't wait for someone else to do it. So I ran a write-in, and with your help, I won. When I got to the legislature, I relied on the lessons I learned on the farm. Work hard, stay focused, never be afraid to roll up your sleeves. So I put my head down and I got to work. In the House, I worked to improve our schools, to end the abuse and neglect at the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans, and to protect West Michigan's drinking water. Mm-hmm. 6 years later, you elected me to the state Senate, making me the first woman to represent Grand Rapids in that chamber since 1921. After the election of 2022, the voters delivered a Democratic trifecta, and I was honored that my colleagues made me the first female Senate Majority Leader in Michigan's history. So I rolled up my sleeves again, and I helped deliver historic change, cutting taxes for working families and seniors, guaranteeing free breakfast and lunch for every public school student, protecting reproductive freedom and LGBTQ rights, strengthening gun safety laws, restoring workers' rights, and investing in clean energy. That's right. In Grand Rapids, I'm here to tell you that I'm not done yet. As your next Lieutenant Governor, I want to build on the progress that we've made by supporting Jocelyn's vision of lowering costs, raising wages, and making Michigan a place where everyone can afford to live and thrive. I've worked with Jocelyn for years, and she's exactly the leader we need in this moment. I know that she can deliver because of what she's done over in the Secretary of State's office, transforming an office that people dreaded visiting into one that saves people time and money. And that's not all. Very importantly, Michigan's elections went to from 31st to the top 5 in the country under Jocelyn's leadership. As governor, Jocelyn will apply that track record of success to all of state government. But before we can make government work for everyone, we need to beat John James. We will, because the choice could not be more stark. Look at his record. He voted 29 times against Medicaid and Social Security. 29 times. He championed Trump's big, ugly bill, which is making health care cost more and ripping away coverage from hundreds of thousands of Michiganders. He stood by Donald Trump's chaotic and reckless tariffs that are driving up prices on everything. He was just caught on tape saying he wants to bring an extreme abortion ban to Michigan that will rip away reproductive freedom. And, of course, he voted to fund Trump's disastrous forever war in Iran while our service members are trapped at sea. So time and time again, James has made it clear that he is not fighting for the people of Michigan. He's fighting for Donald Trump. That's not leadership, and it's not what Michigan needs. What Michigan needs is a leader who fights for the people, someone who has proven she can deliver results and make government work better. That's Jocelyn Benson. That's right. And I intend to be right by her side every step of the way, fighting for a Michigan we can all afford. Thank you, and let's go win this.